So I got a question from Lily that I want to answer for her today. Hi, bird. Dear Emily, I've been with my boyfriend for 8 months. He is a great guy and has treated me well, but I know in my heart this is just not the right relationship for me. I know I have to break it off, but I am so afraid of hurting his feelings. He has been good to me and I don't want to cause him any pain. What do I do? So I wanted to talk about this today. If you find yourself in this situation when you have been on a couple of dates with a guy, or whether you've been with a guy for 8 months or a year or 3 years, this can be a really, really challenging situation, especially when your relationship has been good, when the guy has been good to you, when he, by the book, has done all the right things, as people would say, but you just know in your heart, this isn't the right thing for me. It could be for a million different reasons. When you discern that in your heart, when you come to know that deep down in your soul, like, this isn't the right thing for me right now, it can be very, very challenging to get up the courage to break that off, because you know that it will hurt the guy, and you don't want to hurt the guy because he has been good to you, because you care about him and you care about his feelings. But it is so important to remember, in any dating situation, no matter how far in you are, if you know deep down in your heart and in your soul, or if you have discerned that this is not the right relationship for you, this is not the right time for you to be in a relationship, it is time to end things as soon as possible. Sometimes we postpone and think, maybe it'll change, maybe it'll be different, and we try to put it off. But you can put it off and put it off and put it off, but if it's not the right relationship for you, it is never going to become the right relationship for you, no matter how much you may delay that or postpone that. It is so important to remember that not all breakups happen because the guy is a bad guy, or because one person is settling, or both people feel like they're settling, or whatever that may be. There are so many different reasons that breakups happen. Sometimes it's just, this isn't the right relationship for me. And the guy could, be wonderful and great, but in your heart, this just isn't the right thing for me. And that is not a bad thing at all. As soon as you know that, you need to take the steps in order to end that relationship. So Lily, let's get back to your question. You said, I know I have to break it off, but I am so afraid of hurting his feelings. Yes, that comes with a breakup. Breakups hurt. Breakups are painful. The more that you prolong ending a relationship or ending dating, the more hurt can come in. Because, you wait for 3 months or 4 months or whatever, your boyfriend can ask you, how long have you been feeling like this? And when you say 3 or 4 months, that can be really, really painful. So it is so important to understand that, yes, a breakup is probably going to hurt his feelings. You minimize the hurt that is caused when you discern this. You say, this is not the right thing for me, and you take action as soon as possible in order to be fair to your boyfriend, in order to be fair to yourself, to be honest with yourself, and take the steps necessary in your life in order to do what you know you need to do. A lot of other girls have been emailing me, talking about these relationships, saying I'm dating this really good guy, but I know it's not the right thing for me, and I want to break up with him, and I shared that with my friends, but they all say why the heck would you do that? He's so great. You have no reason to do that. So many of our girlfriends and our mom or our grandma or whatever, whoever, has so many opinions about maybe what you should be doing, what your love life should look like, who you should be going on dates with, whether or not you should end it. But in the end of the day, you have to be true to yourself, and you have to be true to what you know is going on in your heart and what you know you need to do. It's not for anyone to understand why you would end a relationship, especially, if the guy is a good guy and people from the outside see nothing wrong. That's all fine and good, but you are the one who has to be honest with yourself. And if people ask you, Lily, why would you break up with him? He's really great. This is not the right relationship for me is a perfectly sufficient answer. And people might question you, and people might say to you, Lily, what is wrong with you? He's so great. You can say, he is so great, but he is so great for a woman who is not me, because this is just, I know my heart wasn't in it. I know that this is not the right thing for me. And so I had to be honest with myself, and I had to be honest with him so that he could move on and so that I could move on. You have to be honest with yourself, and everyone can offer their opinions, but you have to be true to yourself at the end of the day. Lily, my heart is with you, my sister. You've got a difficult thing to do, but it is important to muster up the courage to do that so you can move on with your life and he can move on with his to the right things that God has in store for him and for you. That's all for today. If you want to talk about this in the comments below, feel free to add a comment. If there's a situation that you've been in before with this or whatever that may be, you comment below. Subscribe to my channel if you want to. That's all for today. I'll talk to you soon.